Have you ever tried to describe your daily routine in English, but you feel like something is missing? Maybe you explain the main actions, but you forget the small details that make your English sound natural and complete.
That's a very real challenge. The difference between basic English and fluent English is often in those small, everyday details, like what exactly you do, how you do it, and in what order.
Exactly. And today, you're going to hear a fully detailed routine with all those natural details included, so you can learn how to speak more clearly and confidently. I'm Anna.
And I'm Leo. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the English Talk channel if you enjoy learning through real-life conversations. All right, let's get started. Today we have our guest Lucy with us.
Lucy has a very structured day, and she's going to describe everything in detail, including her work, her habits, and her activities. Lucy, welcome. We're ready to listen.
Thank you, Anna. Hi, Leo. Hi, everyone. I'll walk you through my full daily routine, and I'll include as many details as possible so you can really understand how my day looks. I usually wake up at 6:30 in the morning. When my alarm goes off, I don't get up immediately. I take a moment to wake up slowly, stretch my body, and take a deep breath. Then I open the curtains to let in natural light. It helps me feel more awake. After that, I go to the bathroom, wash my face, and brush my teeth. Next, I change into comfortable clothes because the first thing I do every morning is take my dog, Max, out for a walk. We leave the house at around 6:50. The neighborhood is very quiet, and I really enjoy that peaceful start to the day. We walk for about 20 to 25 minutes. Max loves to stop and explore, and I let him take his time. I don't rush this walk because it helps both of us start the day calmly. After we come back home, I give him fresh water and his breakfast. He eats at the same time every day, so he actually expects it and gets very excited. Once Max is settled, I go to the kitchen and start preparing my own breakfast. I usually make something simple but healthy, like oatmeal with fruits. I often add bananas, berries, or sometimes peanut butter and honey. While I'm preparing breakfast, I also make coffee. That's one of my favorite moments in the morning. The smell of coffee, the quiet environment, and a slow start to the day. I sit down and eat without rushing. Sometimes I check messages, but I try to stay present and enjoy the moment. After breakfast, I take a few minutes to relax before getting ready for the gym. At around 7:30, I leave my apartment and drive to the gym, which is about 10 minutes away. When I arrive, I start with a warm-up, stretching or walking on the treadmill. Then I begin my workout. Some days I focus on strength training, and other days I do cardio. I try to stay consistent, meaning I go regularly, even if I don't feel very motivated. I finish around 8:45, go back home, take a shower, and get dressed for work. I work as a marketing coordinator for a digital company, so my job involves planning content, managing social media, and communicating with clients. At 9:30, I start my workday. I sit at my desk, open my laptop, and check emails. Then I review my schedule and organize my tasks. I like to plan my day so I know exactly what I need to do. In the morning, I focus on tasks that require more concentration, like writing content or planning campaigns. Around 11 a.m., I sometimes have meetings with my team where we discuss ideas and progress. At 12:30, I take a break for lunch. I usually prepare something simple like grilled chicken, vegetables, or a salad. After lunch, I take a short walk, and I take Max with me again. This walk is shorter, about 10 to 15 minutes, but it really helps me reset my mind and feel refreshed before continuing work. After that, I go back home and continue working. In the afternoon, I focus on lighter tasks like replying to emails, reviewing content, and organizing things. At around 3 p.m., I have a small snack like yogurt, nuts, or fruit. This helps me maintain my energy. I finish work around 4:30 or 5. After work, I take a short break to relax. I might sit down, stretch, or just rest for a few minutes. Then, at around 5:30, I take Max out again for a longer walk. We usually go to a nearby park. This walk lasts about 30 to 40 minutes. Max runs around, and I enjoy the fresh air. Sometimes I talk to other dog owners, which is a nice social moment. After we come back home, I give Max his dinner and make sure he has fresh water again. Then I go to the kitchen and prepare my own dinner. I usually cook something simple and healthy like pasta, rice, vegetables, or grilled chicken. I eat dinner around 7 or 7:30. After dinner, I like to unwind. That means relaxing and doing something enjoyable. I might watch a TV show, read a book, or listen to a podcast. Sometimes I also spend time learning something new, like trying new recipes or watching cooking videos. Other days, I call my friends or family and catch up with them. At around 9:30, I start my nighttime routine. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and change into comfortable clothes. I also try to avoid using my phone too much at night because it can affect my sleep. Sometimes I read a book for a few minutes to relax. Finally, I go to bed around 10:30. Getting enough sleep is very important to me because it helps me feel rested and ready for the next day. And that's my full daily routine from morning to night.
Wow, that was Lucy's routine, and what I really liked is how complete and balanced her day feels.
I noticed that too. She didn't just talk about work. She also included exercise, rest, and time with her dog. It felt very realistic.
Right, and I especially liked how her day starts. She doesn't rush. She wakes up slowly, opens the curtains, and then takes her dog for a walk. That creates a calm beginning.
And that morning walk stood out to me. It wasn't just a quick task. She described the quiet streets, the fresh air, and how her dog explores everything. That level of detail makes the story more engaging.
Exactly. And then after that, she feeds her dog before making her own breakfast. That's such a natural detail, something many people do every day but often forget to mention.
Another thing I found interesting is how structured her workday is. She starts by checking emails, organizing tasks, and then focuses on deeper work in the morning.
Yes, and she explained her job clearly. Instead of just saying, "I work," she described what she actually does, planning content, managing social media, and communicating with clients.
That's a great example for learners. When you talk about your routine, try to include what your work involves, not just the fact that you work.
I also liked how she takes breaks intentionally. The short walk after lunch, with her dog again, is a really nice detail.
And she explained why she does it, to reset her mind. That's something many people feel, but they don't always know how to express it in English.
Another great moment was in the evening. That longer walk at the park felt like a transition from work mode to relaxation.
Exactly. And she mentioned talking to other dog owners sometimes. That adds a social element, which makes the routine feel even more real.
And then her evening is very balanced too. Cooking, relaxing, learning new things, or talking to family.
I also liked that she avoids using her phone too much at night and reads before bed. That shows intention in her routine.
So, for everyone watching, this is the key takeaway. Don't just list actions, add small details, explain your habits, and include how you feel or why you do things.
That's what turns simple English into natural, fluent communication.
Now it's your turn. Try to describe your own routine and include details like Lucy did.
Start with your morning, move through your day, and finish with your evening.
If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like and subscribe to the English Talk channel.
Thanks for practicing with us today.
Keep learning, keep speaking, and we'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye for now.